Alrighty, folks, just want to give a big congratulations to all of my chairman members because we cashed in on 4 more premium selections on my premium site yesterday. That's actually 2 days in a row that we did that. And of course, the only way you could access all of those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. And I'll explain a little bit more about all that in just a moment. But, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my NBA free pick video here today for Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. Happy Wednesday to you. Weekend's right around the corner. We are halfway there. And of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And once again, I mentioned about my chairman package. It's a full access, all-inclusive membership that I offer on my premium site. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to all of my cheaper memberships, and you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, one of the packages that's included with that is my daily best play. Now, you can purchase that package on its own. It's only $1.99 for 30 days of service. And we are currently 4-0 in our last 4 daily best plays on that site. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. So we got a lot of good stuff going on over on the premium site. But with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with this Nets-Wizards game. That's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Brooklyn is -3, totals 222. And even though the Nets haven't been great in the win column, they've certainly played some pretty tough defense over the past week or so. They've allowed just 103 points a game on average in their last 4 straight games against the likes of Toronto, New York, Milwaukee, and New Orleans. And as a matter of fact, the Nets covered recently against the likes of Toronto and Milwaukee during that span I just mentioned. Now, when it comes to defensive play, well, Brooklyn's been more than serviceable in spots, especially early. The Nets are currently in the top 5 in the Eastern Conference in first quarter points allowed. Meanwhile, on the offensive side of things, even though they haven't been great, the Nets are a legit deep ball threat. Brooklyn ranks 8th in the NBA in three-pointers made per contest. They're making just about 14 of their long-range shots a game. Dennis Schroeder shooting just about 42% from three-land with the Nets. Nick Claxton makes 63% of his field goals. And, Clax may get a bunch of points again here tonight because the Wizards don't play any type of defense. They're allowing more points a game than any other roster in basketball. And when it comes to rebounding the ball, well, nobody's worse. Washington's dead last in defensive rebounds, second to last in offensive boards. And contrary to the Nets' shooting performance, well, the Wizards just can't make the deep ball. They rank 28th out of 30 teams in offensive three-point percentage. Now, injury-wise, Jones, Shamet, Omorie, they're all listed as inactive. Kuzma and Avdija are questionable. Give me Brooklyn -3. All right, next contest. Cavs, Hornets, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Cleveland's -10.5, totals 206 and a hook. And I do think the Hornets are going to have a tough time getting on the scoreboard here today. They're averaging just 107 points a night in the Spectrum Center, and they're second to last in offensive boards. Now, more recently, the Hornets lost their last 5 straight, and they failed to cover in all of those contests. And out of 33 total contests at home this year, Charlotte's failed to reach double-digit wins. And they're facing a Cleveland squad who's got a 600 win percentage in their travels. And a lot of that is due to some stifling defensive play. Cleveland currently has the lowest defensive field goal percentage on the road in the entire NBA. And it should come as no surprise. The Cavs are currently in the top 3 in defensive points allowed in their travels. Darius Garland leads the active roster here today in steals per contest. Evan Mobley gets the most blocks per game. And when it comes to rebounding the basketball, the Cavs do a nice job of that on offense. They're a top 10 offensive rebounding team. Now, injury-wise, Mitchell and Wade are still out. Max Strus is day-to-day. Meanwhile, for Charlotte on the other side, Curry, Martin, Ball, and Williams, they're all still inactive for them. Give me Cleveland minus 10.5. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Suns-Nuggets game. That'll be a 10 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Denver's minus 7.5, totals 226. And even though the Nuggets are 30 games above 500, their ATS record couldn't be farther from that. Denver's actually got a losing record against the point spread in their in-conference home games. Meanwhile, more recently, the Nuggets failed to cover against the likes of Portland, Minnesota, and Dallas. And even though there's not a ton to nitpick about when it comes to Denver, there are a few problem areas that you may want to consider. For one, they struggle on defense in the second quarter. They're actually in the bottom 10 in the NBA in second quarter points allowed. Meanwhile, on the offensive side of things, they're not a terrific shooting team at home. For one, they're a bottom 3 three-point making team. And number 2, they're second to last in the NBA in free throws made per contest. And they're going to need a better effort than that because Phoenix plays good defense away from home. These guys are in the top 3 in the West in defensive field goal percentage. And when it comes to grabbing boards, not many clubs do it better than these guys. Phoenix is currently a top 5 defensive rebounding team on the road. Kevin Durant averages a handful of rebounds per game, club leader in scoring on offense. And speaking of offensive production, well, the Suns don't miss many shots. They're making 50% of their field goals as a franchise, and they make more free throws a game than any other roster besides one. Devin Booker makes nearly 90% of his attempts from the stripe, second on the roster in scoring. Meanwhile, Grayson Allen's drilling 47% of his attempts from beyond the arc. Now, injury-wise, Beal and Nurkic are listed as questionable. That's why I think you're seeing such a substantive number. That said, though, they haven't been scratched yet, so there is a probability you could see at least one of those guys suit up. Meanwhile, for Denver on the other side, Gordon and Murray are day-to-day for them. Zeke and Najee's been scratched. Give me the Suns plus 7.5. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. And just a final reminder, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman Package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.